Who will be the next Karaoke World Champion? Tune in to the Keep On Singing Karaoke World Championship USA National Finals training programs. 4 teams made up of the top 28 singers from around the USA. Who do you root for? Team Tommy, Team Miriam, Team Chris, or Team Michael? Watch it Tuesdays, 4:30 p.m. Pacific at KWCUSA.com, twitch.tv KWCUSA, or the KWC YouTube channel. The top singer from each team is going to be moving on to the Karaoke World Championship Finals to represent Team USA as the Team US champion, trying to take home the gold. Who will be the next Karaoke World Champion? Oh, yes. Welcome, everyone, to the Karaoke World Championships Keep On Singing week number 2. Oh, yes. But this is a crazy week, and a crazy time for everyone. I know that all of our friends and all of our singers in California and also in Washington are dealing with a lot of fire and a lot of things like that. And I know that vocal health this week might have been an issue, and it might be another issue coming up. We wish you guys the best. Please stay hydrated, though. That's still key to a lot of that, is staying hydrated. Anyhow, we're in week 2, and the videos that we got in, again, were spectacular. And the coaches all did so great with all their singers. And the singers, I know some of you guys really struggled to get stuff together this week because of those fires. And I want to applaud you. Great job. And I'm going to bring in our 2 of our coaches right now. I'm going to bring in Miriam from Team Vocalgasm and Tommy Mack. Hey, guys.
Howdy.
How are you guys doing?
Miriam, you're muted. But yeah, we're good. It's the hills are still burning, getting ever closer. But the firefighters, I can actually see them up on the ridge. I can see the people there doing what they do to protect us. So shout out to all the firefighters working on these fires.
Yes, definitely. Miriam, how are you holding up?
I'm doing okay. It's not as bad here where I live because most of the fires are north of where I live, but I do have to be careful because I live right next to a mountainside. and we tend to get wildfires closer to our home. So
Yeah,
we're
welcome to
always on alert.
2020.
We're always on alert. Like, oh, are they going to evacuate us? So, yeah.
Yeah, 2020. It's been definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. And in fact, Keep On Singing completely changed because of it, and so did Karaoke World Championship. So I'm really glad you guys are here. I know you guys put a lot of hard work in. I know these singers are all really raring to go. We do have our guest judge this week. So we originally had an original guest judge who had someone in his band / family passed away, so he couldn't make it this week. We're going to see if he can come on next week, and then we had another judge come in, and with his work and all of his gigs, he had to say, hey, I can't do it, I'm sorry, I know it was last minute. But we had Ian Murphy come back and he was supposed to be next week, so he actually judged for all the coaches who couldn't judge this week. I know that he also scrambled to do it because we hit him up last minute. He's going to be coming on the feed in just a little bit. And Chris is running a little bit behind from work and traffic and life. And Michael has a lot of stuff he's doing, and he wishes he could be here. And he's rooting for for all of his singers from home right now. And he might be on a little bit later.
Well, we'll hold it down. We'll hold it down until
we're gonna hold
other
it down.
people pop in. We'll be all good.
Yep. And Vegas out here is also really smoky in the air, and it's crazy. I've been dealing with some issues vocally myself this week. And how does it sound, by the way? I know a lot of people who are watching back at home. Last week we had some technical difficulties with the sound, and I've replaced all my wires. So far so good.
It's okay on my end.
Yeah. I think everything sounds fine.
And James, do I sound louder? Just checking because I saw it in the comments.
I did notice the music as it was playing in. It seemed like there was a little bit of an echo on the music, but everything sounds fine right now.
Okay. That might have been because I'm sharing the screen with audio, and at the same time I was sharing my audio, so it was probably overlapping that. And this week we shouldn't have that problem. I've gotten around that problem, and also StreamYard has addressed that problem and apologized and sent me an email. And those guys are great, by the way. All right. And Miranda Longacre said, yes, that's a little bit louder, Miriam.
Perfect. Maybe I could just yell,
Yeah, right. Right. So, and according to my soundboard, it's showing that I don't have any sound going out. So I don't know what's going on my end. All right, let's start off with our first singer. I'm going to put you guys in the back room. Bum, bum, bum. And this is going to be like last week. We're going to show them. This was all randomized. And what was funny is there were only like 3 people who were out of order because we want to make sure that each team got represented when we randomized. And it still did it pretty much 2 teams. There was only 2 people who were like in a grouping that one of their other singers were in there. So we just adjusted on that. So our first singer is Chris Hoffman from Washington State. And let's go. I'm sorry, I'm doing this. And here is Chris.
You can't escape my love. You can hide, but you can't escape my love.
Here's how it goes, you and me, up and down, but baby, this time we'll get it right. Worth the fight, because love is something you can't shake. When it breaks, all it takes is some trying. And if you feel like leaving, I'm not gonna make you stay. But soon you'll be finding that you can run, you can hide, but you can't escape my love. So if you go, you should know it's hard to just forget the past so fast. It was good, it was bad, but it was real, and that's all we had. In the end, our love mattered. And if you feel like leaving, I'm not gonna make you stay. Soon you'll be finding you can run, you can hide, but you can't escape my love. Here's how it goes. All it takes is some trying. You can run. I'm not gonna make you stay. Soon you'll be finding you can run, you can hide, but you can't escape. You can run, you can run, 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 you can run, run.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Chris. We have some technical difficulties in the video arena today, just skipping around and everything there. Oh, yes. They're doing a little bit of escape, some Enrique Iglesias. Yes. Let's start with Team Tommy Mack. What do you have to say about that performance?
Yeah, so I like his voice. I like his enthusiasm, his intensity. One thing that confused me a little bit though on this being, it's a pop song. He enunciated things very strictly sometimes, and then sometimes he would get slangy with it. So I was kind of confused as to what kind of version he was doing. Coming from the pop world, if you're going to sing a pop song, poppy, do it poppy, don't do it like that. And definitely don't mix it up. Anyway, that's kind of the only thing that I wanted to point out. Other than that, I thought it's a fun song choice. It's a fun song to open the show with, and I do like Chris. So I wish him well on this, and hope that he continues. I'd love to see what he does next, because he's definitely a fun talent.
Cool. Thanks, Tommy. All right, vocal chasm, Miriam.
Okay. Chris has a fantastic voice. And I feel, he can sing pretty much, I mean, again, everyone can sing pretty much anything, especially when you've come this far in the competition. You're somebody that can sing, any song. Does that mean you should? No. I felt, Chris, that your vibrato was way too heavy. You're giving me like classical or musical theater vibrato going on. And pop songs are very light and very just nice and smooth, just effortless and smooth. And so when that vibrato was coming in really heavy towards the end of the phrases, it really threw me for a loop, because when your voice is that heavy, it counteracts the lightness and the bounciness of the song. So just as a note for later on, if you do end up moving on, I want you to take that into consideration. Take into consideration what genre you're actually singing and what style you should be singing that song in, to really capture the essence of that genre, rather than, because we have to be able to adapt. Every style has a different sound that comes together with that. So although I feel like you sang this very well and you sang it in your own way, I would have liked less heavy vibrato. You could have lightened up that vibrato a bit and just kind of pushed it through a little bit better. Maybe that way that the run would have been more accurate and more of a light flutter upwards, But other than that, I thought I loved your smile through the whole thing. You could not stop me from smiling back at the screen because you look like you're just enjoying the song itself. So I think you did fantastic.
Sweet. Thank you, Miriam. All right. Now coming down from Team Bebop, we have Mark Deal doing some Ribbon in the Sky.
Oh, so long for this night I pray that a star will guide you my way to share with me this special day. There's a ribbon in the sky for our love, if allowed. May I touch your hand, and if please, may I once again, so that you too will understand. There's a ribbon in the sky for our love. We'll find strength with each tear we cried. From now on, it will be you and I. There's a ribbon in the sky, a ribbon in the sky. There's a ribbon in the sky for our love. La, 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 la. Do, 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 do. There's a ribbon in the sky for our love.
Still muted. There we go. That is better. So I love that song. That's one of my favorite. I love that song, Ribbon in the Sky. I'm going to start with your coach, Tommy Mack. Ian's also with us, joining us to give some commentary as well. Tommy.
Ian looks different than I remember. He's kind of he's given me shades of Miriam when she was thrown that last time. But hey, let's see what happens. Anyway, Mark, I love Mark's voice. And I've heard him sing a lot of different styles. This is a great song. The snaps, I know we've talked about the snaps before. I think he's so used to performing in a loud arena or loud place where the snapping and the movements kind of like, it comes across differently in the snare in a set like this, but a setting like this. Anyway, love it. I love the song. And I hope he goes on. Fun guy. And fun fact, he and I actually share a birthday.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Which birthdays don't matter this year because we don't celebrate them. So, whatever.
After a certain age, you still don't celebrate it, right? It's just like,
well, just in the year 2020 in particular.
Yeah.
Next year we'll celebrate, hopefully.
All right. Thanks, Tommy. All right. I'm going to bring up Ian Murphy. Welcome, Ian. Thanks.
Good evening, everyone.
helping us out this week.
Ian.
Oh, you're so welcome.
We all missed your voice, by the way.
You're too kind. Thank you. Thank you. No, it's an exciting week to be back for the final top 20. That's very cool. I thought that Mark has made some significant improvements this week. And in particularly, he really seems more personable and relatable for backing off from the camera. It was a nice backdrop that we had there. I think it made it look a little more relaxed as well and feel a little more relaxed. There was improvement with some of his runs, a little pitchy at times overall, but kind of endearing. Just so much more relatable. And a big part of that is definitely that distance from the camera, not having that close-upness, but also can hear improvements in what he's doing with his voice and the progress that's in there. You know, Stevie Wonder makes everything sound easy to sing, and that is such a hard song, and credit to him for what he did there.
Nice. Thanks, Ian. All right, we're only doing 2 judges per singer, so I'm sorry, Miriam. We'll get you on the next one. We're going to get you on the next one. But your next singer is actually from Team Vocalgasm, and it is Miranda Longacre, and she's going to be doing Someone Like You from Jekyll and Hyde.
I peer through windows, watch life go by, dream of tomorrow and wonder why the past is holding me, keeping life at bay. I wander lost in yesterday, wanting to fly, but scared to try. But if someone like you found someone like me, then suddenly nothing would ever be the same. My heart would take wing and I'd feel so alive if someone like you found me. If someone like you found someone like me, then suddenly nothing would ever be the same. My heart would take wing and I feel so alone. If someone like you loved me, loved me,
That was so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Woo, you should be a proud coach, Miriam. All right. How are you feeling right now?
I'm so proud of Miranda. So if you guys haven't seen the news, Washington, you can barely see Washington. It is covered literally with smoke. And the air quality is so bad that it's actually quite dangerous to be outside. And so all my Washington babies, even those that are not in my team, I really, really feel for you guys so much right now. with that being said, Miranda worked very, very hard on this song. When it was first proposed, when we were picking our songs, we had that song and another song in mind, and I had her send clips, of course, and everything, and then of course she sent me a clip of the other song, and I really liked the tone of that song, and I was like, can you put that tone on this song, because I know you want to sing Someone Like You. I need that tone on this song. And she was, I mean, she's so compliant, and she's just like, yes, I will do it, whatever you need me to do. So we tried different variations of it, and this one was the one that really captured me. I felt like it really spoke to the sweetness and the beauty of the lyrics and the music itself, and that vulnerability. But it really brought forth her beautiful head voice, that resonant head voice, and that beautiful vibrato. So I wanted that to be in the forefront. So yeah, I'm very, very proud of Miranda. Very proud of her.
Thanks, Miriam. All right, Ian.
I think it's a great summary and feedback from Miriam. It's a very pleasant noise that Miranda makes, and it's a lovely song, and the two things go together very well. The top notes are just spot on, that vibrato, just the right amount of presence and forte when needed. But I think the problem is that the song doesn't really build up enough and to go somewhere to stand out. We've got this packed field of 20 amazing singers. This was really pleasant and enjoyable and relaxing and a great vocal performance. But I don't know that it's a strong enough song to make Miranda stand out in this pack of incredible singers.
Can see that. Thank you, Ian. All right. So we are going to move on to our next singer, David Harrison from Texas, doing some Turn Your Love Around.
Without the woman I can make it, but I need the girl to stay. Oh, don't you let the lady take it all the way. When a woman is a taste of yesterday, and she stays at home, all you get is lonely. Turn your love around. Don't you turn me down. I can show you how. Turn your love around. Girl, you know me. I'm alone until you show me that you feel and love me. We're gonna take it. We're gonna make it back where we belong. Turn your love around. Don't you turn me down. I can show you how. Turn your love around. Turn your love around. And the girl became a woman. Every woman needs a man. I love the girl, I love the woman. Turn your love around. Turn your love around. My girl became a woman. Every woman needs a man. I love the girl, I love the woman. Turn your love around.
Woohoo! Yes, I'm sitting there dancing and grooving over here. I love that song so much. All right. So your coach isn't here. Let's start with team. Let's go with Tommy. Tommy.
I always love the energy he brings. His voice is just classically, moving. It makes me feel good. Always looking dapper, always dressed to the nines. The shadows threw me a little bit because I'm watching him and then I see the shadows kind of moving in the back, and so the lighting for me kind of took me a little bit out of the performance. But I like his voice. I like the song choice. I think all of us were in here just kind of swaying, enjoying it. I don't, with like Ian said, with the talent that's in the competition, I don't know if this stretched to the point of being up in that upper echelon. We still have, we're only cutting 4. We still have, we'll still have 16 after this. So I could see him staying around, but I'd like to see him push himself a little more as far as song choice, just difficulty and that's all I got to say about that.
All right. Thanks, Tommy. Let's Miriam, I'm going to go to you on this one in your dojo, your singing dojo.
You like my little dojo?
I do like your singing dojo.
I have to pay homage to last year's Worlds in Japan. So, so I really love Mr. Harrison's voice so much. It is so smooth. His vocals are very, very nice to listen to. What I have an issue with is, and this goes across the board, you guys. You're hearing us tell you and make commentary week after week, and sometimes it's unnerving when our commentary is not taken seriously, especially because it's coming from someone who is judging you, and we're telling you exactly what we're looking for, and it's not being done. So, for example, with this particular performance, I've asked for more eye contact and more, interaction with the camera. When you guys are filming, I know you guys see yourself. If you're doing it on your phone, you see yourself. So your eyes will generally go to your image. That's not where the camera is. The camera is on top of that. Do not look at your image. Look at the camera. If you're doing it off a camcorder, you might see a viewfinder. That is not the camera. The lens is the camera. Look at the lens. So it's very unnerving when you're looking what looks to be off on the side and not directly at the lens, because then you're not interacting with me. And I want to feel that connection. I'm asking you guys, please, if you move on to the next round, please look at the camera, because I want to feel your emotions come through. I cannot feel it if you're not looking at me. So please, 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 please take that into consideration. With that being said, I enjoyed that song. I was grooving. He's got that suave flow going on. I can see him on stage, performing. So great job, Mr. Harrison. I really enjoy your voice, and I do hope to see you move on to the next round.
Yes. Thanks, Miriam. All right. Our next singer is coming from Team Bebop, doing a little bit of boy band action right there. Of course. Doing some Boys to Men. I'll Make Love to You. Here is Garvando.
Close your eyes, make a wish, and blow out the candlelight For tonight is just your night. We're gonna celebrate. All through the night, pour the wine, light the fire. Girl, your wish is my command. I submit to your demands. I will do anything. Girl, you need only ask. I'll make love to you when you want me to. And I will not let go till you tell me, baby, tonight is your night. And I will do you right. Just make a wish on your night. Anything that you ask, I will give you the love of your life, your life, your life. Hold you tight, baby, all through the night. I'll make love to you when you want me to. And I will not let it go till you tell me. I'll make love to you like you want me to. And I'll hold you tight, baby, all through the night. I'll make love to you when you want me to. And I will not let it go till you tell me, baby.
Woo! So smooth right there. Wow. Woo! Tommy's like, uh-huh.
It's always dangerous when you do such a torch
Yeah.
song, such a song that people know and they know the runs, and it reminds them of childhood or certain times in their lives, high school, whatever it might be. And so, he and I talked about that a little bit, and he the first version I got, he wasn't as true to it. This one, he was a little more true to it. He still played and did his thing. I mean, I have to be completely honest, and no offense to any other singers in the competition. If there was someone if I could bet on this, I would bet this Garvando is the person that could go out, put out an album, and win a Grammy out of all the people in this contest. That would be what I would say. His voice is so unique. His control of the voice is so amazing. It's just, I don't know. He's not a karaoke singer. He can transcend beyond that, right? A lot of times you see a karaoke singer and they do a great job singing karaoke. He has something that's different than that. And yeah, so
Can you lift your shirt and show everyone your brand new Garvando tattoo that's on the back on your back?
I think I'll lift it up so you can see my what's about. Yeah, I've actually got the OG Hamilton in the back. The OG Hamilton. That's my nickname for him.
Oh, OG Hamilton. I love it. Before I bring Ian up, I just want to give a note because while I'm doing the editing, and actually Katie did a lot of the editing this week. Thank you so much, Katie. We've had a really busy schedule, and she jumped in and helped out on a lot of these videos. But one of the things when I was watching it is that, and we always talk about this when you get to Worlds, when you step on the stage at Worlds, the minute you hit that stage, you're getting judged. So you want to make sure you're in that like character or in that mindset. You want to be like in that, like, if you're going to sing this song, you have to be like, oh yeah, baby, At the beginning of the video, which you guys didn't see because this is edited, which, by the way, after the show, you can go back and watch all the videos at KWCUSA.com, at the KWCUSA.com channel or page, and see the full videos of this. Because when he came on, he sort of was like the instrumental's going, and he's just like, right before he's supposed to start singing, he does this like little wink thing, like all of a sudden he's into it. But before that, I want to see him in that character right from the get-go. I want him to start playing up that camera like, yeah, baby. and like, before he even sings, and just that body language. I want to see the body language. And he's getting closer and closer every week. Like, he's finally looking at the camera and he's singing to us. And when he's singing, he's making us all melt. But like, I want to see that even before he's even singing, Let's bring up Ian.
Well, I agree with so much of that. This was a great vocal performance and very exciting. I find it a surprise, additionally complicated song to do. Tommy talked a little about the actual vocal of it, but the lyrics are really difficult. They don't make a lot of sense. We start off with the guy giving these 7 commands in a row to his partner and then saying, but I'm going to be so submissive to you. And the second verse, it just gets really, really creepy, where he's saying about, hey, take it slow, I'm just going to concentrate on you while you take your clothes off, and feels the need to tell us and announce that he might take his off too. And I just get this horrible feeling that he's stalking this woman and she has no idea he's there while she's taking a shot. And it's horrible. And the only way to do this song well is to really ignore the meaning of most of the words and focus on making the music the prettiest, most beautiful kind of wedding cake artifice that you can. And wow, Govondo sounded absolutely phenomenal. The song doesn't lend itself well to subtlety, but he brings in enough dynamics to kind of weave himself into there and avoids it being too overblown, and avoids some of the problems we've had in previous weeks where the volume gets up, the dynamics go up, and it never comes back down. There's just enough in there. Excellent tone, really good consistency, some remarkable runs. A fantastic end to the bridge with that, I'll give you the love of your life. Just a pitch perfect run. Lovely sustain on the end of it. He sounds so all in and so dedicated to the performance that it did actually make me forget for a moment just how weird those lyrics are. And that's all credit to him. Isn't that what performance should be about? Being caught in that moment of how great it is. Yeah. Job well done. Really impressive.
Oh, you got a gushing review from Ian. Oh, wow. All right. Coming from Team Chris, we have Monique McNeely doing some La Cigara, which means the cicada. Scala. Miriam, you say it. La Cigara. There we go. And this song, while she got opera arias, Broadway musicals, and Broadway musicals, this one is mariachi, which is Mexican opera. So that's how it fits in this genre. I'm really excited about this, and because I heard her early takes, and I can't wait to see her final video, which we're going to see right now.
Diablo me canta cigarra, que caga tu son sonete, que tu canto llena el alma, como puñal semente, sabiendo que cuando pregonando va su muerte. Marinero, es de verdad que sabes, porque distinguir no puedo, si en el fondo de los mares hay otro calor más negro que calor de mis pesares. Ay, la la la. Ay, la la la. Ay,
Oh, yes. So good. That was so good. Loved it. I love that performance. Tommy is actually outside doing a fire check. That is how much this is like. It's crazy seeing the photos earlier this week. So Tommy, go do that. I'm going to start off. Her coach is still on his way. He was running late today. So we're going to have Ian. We're going to have you start off, and then I'm going to have Miriam.
I was so impressed with Monique this week and so just loving this performance. This version is particularly hard to do because it's designed for 2 female parts, and Monique is giving us both. And that really takes some courage and some nerve to do, and Monique really pulled that off. About 30 seconds into the song, there's a musical phrase that gets to the heart of this performance. We're hearing words that mean, the equivalent of, this song is a dagger in my heart, and when I sing, it kills me. And of course, she's singing at the time, so we know what that's doing. And when Monique approaches the first note of the word sing and scales up, it's fierce. And she sustains the ascent. She just holds it so beautifully and then lets it fall and introduces the final note of the word after a breathless pause, and it's low and exactly as murderous and dramatic as it should be, and she makes the audience feel the knife. There are other moments like this that are just magnificent and bravado, but it is a little inconsistent. It does get a little shouty at times. Her voice doesn't have the subtlety and the depth of Natalia, but she tells the story. She really communicates a difficult and dark emotional narrative very, very well. And this is 1,000 times better than anything else I've heard from Monique. It was powerful. It was raw. It got Miriam and I have talked quite a bit about the communication of emotion that she mentioned a minute ago. This nailed it. This absolutely got you there into believing that Monique was the character. The character was Monique. It was all into one. It was powerful. Excellent.
There we go. I said, thank you, Ian. I keep muting myself because people are like, oh, I hear this double echo. So it could be from my microphone. But what I was saying is, Ian, I want you to read me bedtime stories because your voice is just like, oh. But another great review from you. You are not the tough judge that everyone was saying, it seems like. Oh, well, Ian, I'm so disappointed.
It's early in the show.
All right, let's see.
We started with some of the best.
Yeah. All right. Team Vocalgasm, Miriam.
I felt that Monique has definitely grown as a performer and as a vocalist from the very beginning of this competition to now. It is such a huge growth that I have seen. Her outfit was just on point, her backdrop, everything. She set that scene so well. And you knew exactly what you were probably going to experience, and I felt like this song fit her better than some of the other song choices she had done. This to me was actually one of my favorites that you've sung, Monique. With that being said, I do have some things. Number one was timing issue. There was a timing issue going in throughout the song, and it wasn't driving the lyrics forward. The phrases were not being driven forward. It didn't have that oomph for me that each phrase should have, and on top of that, the sustained notes, those were the key things that I noticed that were very, very apparent to me. They weren't being held out as long as they should have been. And that has to do, again, with breath support and making sure you have enough air to get through that long sustained note. Okay. Keep in mind, using vibrato, you're going to lose way more air than if you were to sing it straight. So with that in mind and knowing you're going to be using vibrato, you need to take in way more air than you would normally take if you were to sing that note straight. Just take that nice deep breath and set yourself up, anticipate, and go. And focus, because if you're not focused, you will lose it faster. Okay, so you have to focus and control that air and control that vibrato all the way through as long as you can. But those are just a couple technique issues. But overall, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's the first time I've ever heard that song, and you made me want to actually go look it up and see what this song was all about, because that was a fantastic job. I think you did a fantastic job.
It was a beautiful song. All right. So this was randomized, by the way, but right after Monique McNeely, we have Luis Orozco doing some Maná, some El Rey Tiburon, right? Did I say that right? Did I get a thumbs up? Yes. Awesome.
Cha cha cha! Come on, get up and dance! Because I know you'll be boring listening to all those ballads. Latino flavor. Todos me llaman el pez tiburón, el rey de los mares salados. Todos me llaman el pez tiburón, el rey del amante dotado. Ay, 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 voy desafiando el amor en busca de algunas sirenas. Ay, 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 voy mordiendo el amor. Cuidado, sirenas, ya ha llegado y está desenfrenado. Ya llegó el tiburón. Soy el rey de la mar, tiburón, el que te come a besos, pero yo soy el rey del mar, tiburón, el que te come mi amor. Ay, 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 bombón, mi sirena de amor, ten cuidado del beso. Ay, 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 ese exceso de amor, que ya llegó el tiburón. Rico. ¡Vámonos! Y viene el tiburón que tiene todo en su vida, que en realidad está en soledad. Y viene el tiburón que nunca encuentra, solamente busca su presa, amor. Ya llegó el tiburón. Soy el rey de la mar.
Oh, yes. Thanks, Luis. All right. We're going to start with Miriam, with Coach Miriam from Team Vocalgasm.
Okay, so Luis is just phenomenal. I love talking to him because he's just, oh my goodness, he's a rock star for sure. And you know, he's just so fun, and he's just so he's just a good person. I just love him so much. And we have a really, really great conversation. So with this song, with this particular video, I wanted to make sure that, you know, the video quality in itself looked better, because, you know, he can nail his songs and he can really have fun with it. And he really portrays that fun through the camera. You're having fun, you're dancing, we're dancing, like, hey, it's a party up in here. But it's hard to really connect if you can't see him. And it was always kind of dark. So I told him to make sure to light himself more, and just kind of, you know, dress I mean, he actually picks his own outfit, so I'm just kind of like, I love it. It works. Let's go. But it was more on the video side. So love the fact that he lit himself more so you could see more of him. It's a cleaner video. And he's someone that sends me like 20 takes and goes, which one do you like? So ultimately it's like, oh, okay, well, shoot, give it to me. Just send me all the takes. Because at the end of the day, you might have one that's like, yeah, over here and over there. And then, you know, that's what we're here for. We're here to make sure that the video that you submit is the best video that you have, right? So the best take. And so I'm just thrilled to have Luis on my team. He is such a hard worker. He has a busy schedule, but he always finds time. Like that check-in that he had to do, he was like, I don't have time until Thursday. And then on Wednesday, I get his video. And I'm like, wait, what? I thought you didn't have time. He literally went home, took the first take, and then went to his next job. So, I mean, that's dedication right there. He's finding the time to actually do this, making that time. So kudos to Luis.
Yeah. Thanks, Miriam. Woo. Yeah, that is a lot of dedication. 2 jobs and doing that between. Oh, wow. And what I like about the program is that this is meant to do it around your schedule in your time. We don't want you to like being like, oh, well, I'm going to I'll take the day off. No. Guys, we want to make sure that you're doing this around your schedule. This should not be super stressful or anything. Sorry. Let's bring up Team Bebop, Tommy Mac.
So we know what Miriam spent all of last night doing, then listening to all 20 takes. I don't know. I don't know if I would rather have more takes than less. Like, if it's just one option, that's what it is. But 20, that might be a little much. That's a lot. Like, give me your best 3, maybe. But so really quick, I just want to show, because we're talking kind of in the internal chat. I'm popping away from time to time because this is the view from like outside of my front door right now. So I just want to give you guys an idea of like, so that's looking directly from my front door. So I'm popping out from time to time. If you see me looking like Miriam in the little circle, or the Ian circle from earlier, that's what's happening. So I do apologize. Speaking of hot, I love the performance. Hot like fire, the good kind. And he took the notes on the lights. He cut those out because last time those were hardcore in the way. So I love that he took those notes. And I would love to see him. I'm blurry right now. I don't know why. I would love to see him do some Alejandro Sanz. Like, if he knows any Alejandro Sanz, I would love to see that, because I think his voice would sound really great on his stuff. So what's happening? What's going on? What did I miss?
Oh, Luis just popped in and said it was only 3 takes.
Oh, right. Yeah, three takes
for the
3 takes.
final.
Okay. 20. That's a little crazy.
That's 20 for me.
So yeah, he's a fun guy. He's got an interesting, fun vibe, good voice, and yeah, Miriam. Apparently, he gives you a lot to work with. So that's exciting.
Woo. Nice. All right. Well, we are going to move on to Holly Smelson, who is from Team Michael, doing some I Will Survive.
First I was afraid, I was such a fan, thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights just thinking how you done me wrong, and I grew strong, and I learned how to get along. And so you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have made you leave your key. If I didn't know for just 1 second you'd be back to bother me. Oh, now go, walk out the door. Just turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to hurt me with goodbye? Do you think I'd crumble? Do you think I'd lay down and die? Oh, no, not I many nights just feeling sorry for myself. I used to cry, but now I hold my head up high and you see me, somebody new. I'm not that chained up little person still in love with you. And so you felt like dropping in and just expect me to be free. Well, now I'm saving all my love for someone who's loving me. Oh, now go, walk out the door, just turn around now. You're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to break me with your body? Do you think I'd crumble? Do you think I'd lay down and die? Oh, no, not I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live, and I've got all my love to give, and I'll survive. I will survive. Oh, I will survive.
Thank you, Holly. Welcome, Chris. We got Chris here from Team Smooth. What's up, Chris?
Hey, how are y'all? How's everybody doing? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you great.
Cool.
How
Yeah.
you feeling?
I'm feeling way better. For those of you who don't know, that I was in the hospital last week. I got really sick, and so I was in the hospital, and I'm doing a lot better. My birthday was on Saturday. I was sick on my birthday, but I'm doing so much better. The doctor has me on several antibiotics, and I'm feeling peachy today. So just ready to see everybody and make some comments and find out, oh, I hate this day because we find out who leaves. But we're still going to have a good time. Hi, Miriam. Hi, Ian. Hey, Tommy. Good to see y'all.
All right, what do you think of Holly's performance of I Will Survive?
I like it. She has a really, really, really good tone. I really enjoyed her tone, and I kind of like the guitar version. There was a couple parts that she sung that was kind of weird. I'm trying to think of what it was. She went down on some part, and it sounded a little weird. So just watch some of your notes. Just make sure if you're going to commit to it, make sure that you commit to it fully, and don't half do it, because there was a couple parts where it sounded a little weird. But other than that, she did a good job, and I really did like her riff on the end. I like that.
All right, thanks. All right, let's have Ian. Ian, why don't you comment on this one?
Well, one thing that I really appreciated about this, that it was a change of material for Holly. It was something really different from her and than what we've heard before. And I love it when we get that from our performers, when they show the versatility and give us something surprising. I love the country influence on the track. I agree with Chris. She has a lovely tone, and I actually thought her tone came through better on this than in previous weeks. It was itchy in a couple of places, but it was fine. You know, she sort of drives her way through it, and as with some of the others, I question, is it enough to really stand out amongst the 20 singers that we have? Is it enough to make that compelling case that they can be top of the team? Maybe not this week, but the progression we're seeing, getting that change of material, hearing the country influence, doing something different, bringing something new to the table. If Holly keeps on with that and experimenting and giving us something fresh, she could totally do it.
Thanks, Ian. Yeah, totally. All right. Our next singer is coming from Team Bebop. Actually, he had to step out. He has to reset everything, and also he keeps running out for the fires and checking that out. But here is Corrine Beckman with some Cabaret.
Cabaret, come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine, come hear the band, come blow your horn, start celebrating. Right this way, your table's waiting. What good's permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away. Life is a cabaret, old chum, so come to the cabaret. I think of Elsie till this very day. I remember how she turned to me and said, what food is sitting alone in your room? Come here, the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down the knitting, the book and the broom. It's time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. And as for me, I made my mind up back in Chelsea. When I go, I'm going like Elsie. Start by admitting from cradle to tomb, it isn't that long a stay. Life is a cabaret, old chum, only a cabaret, old chum, and I love a cabaret.
Yeah, Corrine. All right. Let's get rid of that banner right there. And your coach isn't here, so I'm going to start up with Ian, because you judged her for her coach, because all the coaches don't judge their own teams. Let's start with you, Ian.
Well, I love Corinne's voice. I love her style. I love what she's bringing to KWC. Her voice was a little raspy in a lower register this week, and I assume that's probably to do with everything that's going on environmentally. There's a really lovely moment when she leans into the camera to talk about Elsie, and it's almost as if it's a secret being shared. And that, I thought, came across really well theatrically. Her tone is so sweet up high. It's delightful, but this isn't a song about sweetness. It's a song about decadence and choosing a freewheeling life over convention. It's a personal manifesto and defiant. Sally Bowles is a primal force of nature who refuses to let conventions cage her, and this is a critical moment for her. And I didn't get that from Corinne's performance, and she seemed almost hesitant about the big final phrase. The notes seemed a little strained. She didn't really quite hit them. Again, because we've heard such flawless performances from her in the past, I'm not trying to beat up on Corinne here. I'm sure all of the smoke and fires and situation in Washington, the reason for that. But we get the opposite of Illa Sally. So Corinne's got a wonderful voice. She's a great entertainer. This wasn't the right song this week. I think probably the first misstep for her in this whole competition. I think she'll survive it.
Thanks, Ian. All right, let's have Chris from Team Smooth.
All right, so Corinne, don't forget, actually, she looked fabulous. You guys, when y'all get to watch the video, I rewind at the beginning like 6 times. When she had that hat, she was like, dun, dun, dun.
Yep. I hate to edit these things.
I watched that like 6 or 7 times because I just loved it. But y'all know me, I'm all about choreography. I'm all about extra. That's me. I'm a dancer. I'm a triple threat. So that's what I do. So don't forget, don't throw away chum. She threw the note chum out a couple times. It was, I don't know, you might want to check that note. When you get to that part, when you say, where I go, that has to be belted. because I'm running like Elsie. You know, that has to be really huge. That's like the high point of the whole song. And then another thing, Corinne, that I would love for you to do on this song, on the end, if you can do that, I love a cabaret, like it's supposed to be like wild and get it. But I did like what you did because your take on it was different. But it was a little too pretty for me on the end when you need to really be like, hooray, you know. That's just my personal opinion on that. But overall, she's the video queen. Her videos look great. She looks great. But y'all have to go back and see that beginning. Whenever you get a chance, ladies and gentlemen, you have to see the beginning. It will make you laugh so hard because it's so good. She was like, dun, 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 dun. It was so good. So good job, Corinne.
And I had to make a quick point. So this week she was trying to get away from Smule and she set up everything and she was like learning all the new equipment and everything. And then when she didn't really like how it sounded, she's like, she went back to Smule, but then she found a way to still use that green screen and do what she was just learning earlier in the week. And I was like, I never seen anyone do that on Smule before. I was like, whoa. So I was really impressed with that, with the production of that video.
Uh-huh. So she is definitely the production queen of Smule. She is getting it, y'all.
Yep.
So.
Yep. She found a workaround. All right. Our next singer is Grant Colum, coming from Team Michael, doing some When a Man Loves a Woman. If it comes in, there we go.
When a man loves a woman, can't keep his mind on nothing else. He trade the world for a good thing he's found. If she's bad, he can't see it. She can do no wrong. Turn his back on his best friend if he puts her down. Yeah, when a man loves a woman, spends his very last dime trying to hold on to what he needs. He'd give up all his comfort, sleep out in rain, if she said that's the way it ought to be. When a man loves a woman, yeah, I give you everything I have. Oh, when a man loves a woman, I said, baby, 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 baby. Oh, when a man loves a woman, ooh, 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 ooh. When a man loves a woman, ooh.
Oh, yes. Thanks, Grant. Woohoo. Welcome back, everyone. All right. Let's jump into with Tommy Mack. Tommy Mack.
Grant, I love the way he walked in. He's had a hard day at work. It's like, listen, woman, I'm doing all this for you. You know, just starting it out right. Then he breaks it down. He sounds like he's been hurt. Right? He sounds like he's gone through some things. You can hear some of that soul in his voice. You can just hear the pain. I think he could have sounded a little more painful, but I think he sounded good. I think he did an excellent job. Was it his best song for me so far? No, but but I do like his voice. I think he should have sounded a little bit more. He needed to have a little more in there for me. But I like him, and I think he's one to watch in the competition. He's dangerous. I can't imagine that performance would have him going anywhere this week. By that I mean have him leaving this week. I don't think that's going to happen personally. Also, really quick, because I was doing a thing for Corrine. I want to give her a quick shout out because she was on my team, and I didn't get to comment. So really quick, I'd just like to say I'm really proud of the way that she has, like you said, been learning these different techniques and these different things, and she's worked so hard to make these videos as clean and crisp as possible. The way that she's been able to pivot has been really impressive, along with her beautiful voice, obviously. So there you go.
Thanks, Tommy. All right. Before I go to Team Smooth, because we aren't going to Ian on this one, I have to. Can I tell him what you just said in the private chat? Can I say it? Can you say? He's laughing? No. Okay. No.
I thought it was the private chat.
Okay. It was.
We can save that in the back pocket for his next critique from me.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to Team Smooth, Chris.
Yes. Now, y'all know I love me some Grant. But I just want to tell him that this song, he needs a little bit more dynamics for me. He got tired on the end because he ran out of things to do because he was too busy trying to sing too high. Boys, you don't have to be all in the clouds all the time. You can save that sometimes. He should have done like, oh, what a natural woman. He could have did things instead of all the time that a lot of these singers like to do. I'm so sick of that. Singers, I need y'all to start being and open your mind a little bit. And you could have been like, oh, baby. You could have gave me something low sometimes because you were singing so high and you didn't have any dynamics in what you were doing. Like, I'm not saying it was bad, but I'm just saying, like, if he would have started a little bit softer, he might have had a little something at the end. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. All right, our next singer is coming from Team Vocalgasm. Sorry, by the way, I broke a tooth in half in the rear. I had to go. Yeah, broke a tooth in half just this weekend, and so I have like this jagged tooth now in the back. So I keep biting the side of my cheek.
Dentalgasm.
Yeah, so I might be speaking a little bit weird. I know. So our next singer is from Team Vocalgasm. And in saying that word, by the way, it just keeps making me bite my cheek. And we have Renee Turcotte. And Renee is doing some Because of You, some Kelly Clarkson.
Mistakes that you did. I will not let myself cause my heart so much misery. I will not break the way you did. You felt so high. I've learned the hard way to never let it get that far. Because of you, I never strayed too far from the sidewalk. Because of you, I learned to play on the safe side so I don't get hurt. Because of you, I find it hard to trust not only me but everyone around me. Because of you, I am afraid. I watched you die, I heard you cry every night in your sleep. I was so young, you should have known better than to lean on me. You never thought of anyone else, you just saw your pain. And now I cry in the middle of the night for the same damn thing. ashamed of my life, 'cause it's empty because of you. I am afraid because of you. Because of you.
Way to go. I love that version of that song. Oh my goodness. Miriam, we're going to start off with you.
So with Renee, I've been working with her on her vocals a lot, and some of the comments that were made throughout the competition, I take note. I take note about when the judges say something, because I put it in my little noggin right here. And some of the things that were said was that she's very airy on her lower register, very, very airy. And so it makes it really hard to understand what she's actually saying, because it's masked by this airiness, right? So we've been working very hard on bringing a little bit more depth into her low register, and punching it through a little bit more. So you heard that in the bridge. She's punching that a little bit through, and she's working it through. And I'm very proud of her, because she is wanting so much to grow as an artist and grow as a performer. Getting her to really feel every lyric and placing it and phrasing it in a way dynamically to really capture the vulnerability of the song, and bringing it through, and really talking to the camera as a human being. I told her, look, the camera lens, that's a human. You're talking to that person right now with this song. You know, this person just put you down and put you down and put you down, and you're tired of it. And so you've got to really just bring it out. And I'm very proud of what she was able to do, and how she performed that song, how she sang that song. I thought the instrumentation was perfect. She chose it. So it fit for her voice. So that tells me she knows what works for her voice. So great job.
Thanks, Miriam. Great job this week. Let's bring up Team Tommy.
Yes, I have loved her voice since the beginning. I told the story of how I was like, you sound like Jessica Simpson. You should do a Jessica Simpson. She did Jessica Simpson song, and I loved it. And so I love her whisper tones on the bottom. For me, and this is going to kind of go against what you're saying, but for me, in pop music, you don't have to enunciate everything so perfectly. It doesn't have to be super clean. You can get through some things. Some of the biggest award winners of the past few years have been kind of mumbly, if we're being honest. So I didn't hate that. I don't hate that for her. But you're coaching, obviously, for her. You want to tell her what to do there. That's fine. You get her on the whispers and you have her enunciate. For me though, from judging, didn't bother me a bit. The whispers, the enunciation. I love it personally. Everyone's gonna have their own opinion, obviously. But Renee, keep doing what you're doing and listen to your feedback and grow and build. But don't take it as something that's terrible, because in some worlds it works well and it feels good and it sounds good. And whatever feels good to you ultimately is what you should sing, because you're going to be able to express that you feel it and emote. And I love her voice. I love her voice.
Thanks, Tommy. All right, our next singer is coming from California and Team Chris. We have Mindy Lancaster doing some Secret Love by Doris Day.
Once I had a secret love that lived within the heart of me. too soon. My secret love became impatient to be free. So I told a friendly star the way that dreamers often do, just how wonderful you are and why I'm so in love with you. Now I shout it from the highest hills, even shore the golden daffodils. At last, my heart's an open door, and my secret love's no secret anymore.
Oh yeah, thanks, Mindy. And of course, another amazing video from Mindy. We're gonna start with your coach with Team Smooth, Chris.
So I love that you told the story about your secret love was garlic bread. For those of you that didn't get that, she was saying that that was her favorite thing, and garlic bread is her absolutely favorite thing. So that's the concept behind that. That garlic bread is her secret love. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't have to be literal about a person. That sometimes you can change things around and make it different. She did a great job. I liked how she did her falls, and you know, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I liked the way that she did her falls, and then I liked the way that she looked. And she's just a classic Betty. She's just a classic Betty. So that's all I can say about that.
I love how it made everyone hungry. Look at this. I'm hungry now. They're like garlic bread. You can just smell it now. Like, I can smell it in my house, and nothing's cooking here. Let's bring up Ian Murphy.
You know, Mindy has a really lovely voice. It's a smooth jazz vocal, and I really do enjoy that quality about it. But I felt that it started to get lost in this, that the video and the props were just too distracting. And the sense of yearning with the lyric, I felt, was lost behind actually what's an entertaining comic performance. And you know, as a comic performance, it was very well sung, but funny and with it. But when I'm here for a singing competition and trying to assess that vocal, it just took me away from it. And I had to listen twice because at the end of the song, when I was trying to make my notes, I was finding that I'd forgotten how some of the vocals sounded. When we create an artifice like this, the performer, when we have the focus on communicating with the props and communicating with the video and those things, we risk putting a barrier between us and the emotion that we want to communicate. And we're putting a barrier between us and the connection sometimes. And I felt that was a problem with this song that is really quite plaintive and yearning and emotional and a big famous song. Mindy has a lovely voice, a consistent tone. She's lovely to listen to. I just wanted to drop the gimmicks, sing the bloody song.
All right. Fair enough. Thanks, Ian. All right. Our next singer is Taylon Lewis from Nevada, coming from Team Bebop. Bebop. And she is doing some Creep. Her genre was Music Legends and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You flow like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Oh, oh, she's running out again. She's running out again. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
Oh, yes, Taylon. I love how we've heard a different take on this song by so many singers, and every single one was so polar opposites of each other. Let's start with your coach, Tommy Mack.
Yeah, Tay had a very rough week, and she had to work through a lot of things to even make the video happen. So the fact that she came through with such a clean looking video, dressed looking just amazing. It's so funny, watching her go from the first video I saw from her towards the beginning of the competition. She's there in sweats, standing by a refrigerator, and then and now she's coming really taking the time to dress these videos up and to make them look stylized and clean. And her voice, she caught me off guard the first time. Now she's looking the part, she's singing the part, she's putting all the pieces together, and I'm super proud of her. And I hope she moves on. She deserves it for all the work put in, and the work ethic, the drive, the motivation, and just she's an absolute sweet person to work with. So good luck, Tay.
Yes, thanks, Tommy. All right, I'm gonna have Miriam.
So I'm a fan of Taylon's voice. She has this crying sound that, and I noticed it in the comments too. You guys hear it as well. She has this soulfulness that just kind of emits out of her. And she changes songs to make it work for her voice and for her range and her style. which I really appreciate. This song, in that bridge, it has that long sustained note, but she changed it to fit who she is and what she wants to do with that song. And that is an artist's mind. That's not karaoke. Karaoke, when we hear the word karaoke, and I hate the word that karaoke has such a negative connotation to it, that we're just a bunch of amateurs. I like the fact that karaoke is a platform for artists to build their stage presence and their performance and their artistry. But Talon is someone that I can see going into a studio and recording songs in her rendition, and it being something that I would want to purchase myself, because it's just such a beautiful tone to her voice and her artistry, and how she creates the atmosphere with it. So love the look. I love the black and white and everything. If I mean, I don't know what else to say. It was a beautiful rendition. Maybe the one critique I would have is to start off the song a little bit softer, to really build up to that climactic point, and really start pulling that energy a little bit more forward. But I mean, other than that, I really can't say much.
Chris. Yep, Chris.
Just real quick, it's real short. Were you in there before? Those first beginning notes, Taylon, check that, because your notes were kind of everywhere on that. And y'all know I'm particular on notes. So just on that part, just really zone in on those 4 notes. Da 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 da. So just watch that.
All right. Ian, before I move on, do you want to say anything?
I think Miriam's been reading my crib notes. Just when Talon is on, it is beautiful the way that, to me, the bluesy, bruised tones in her voice. It's like the prettiest purples of a 72-hour-old bruise. They're pretty, but also uncomfortable, because you know that beauty came from pain. And I love hearing that kind of beauty in a vocal. It's something that is just wonderful and touches me deeply. Now, I think that her vocal was flawed in places. It was inconsistent. It needs cleaning and polishing, and Chris was right about those notes. But that tone, those bluesy tones that are in there, I just want to hear more. And I loved what Miriam said about her own material and her own takes, because one of my problems with Talon here is I'm not quite sure what she really wants to sing. Is it something more left field? Maybe something avant-garde? I want to know what she's got. I want to know what her stuff is, not what her covers are. I think she's fascinating. Huge improvement, lots more needed, massive potential. I think she's wonderful.
Thank you. All right. Thanks, Ian. So if you guys liked black and white videos, we got a second one for you all. And also coming from Nevada, Jeremy Chapa, who is doing some Bring Him Home from Les Mis.
God on high, hear my prayer. In my need, you have always been there. He is young, he's afraid. Let him rest, heaven blessed. Bring him home. like the sun I might have known. If God had granted me the sun, if I die, let me die. Let me live. Bring him home. Bring him home. Bring him home.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Jeremy. That was beautiful. All right. Michael's not here. Let's have Miriam from Team Vocalgasm start off.
So, Jeremy. This one.
Hashtag Vocalgasm.
Of all the videos that I've watched and all the videos that I had to judge, Jeremy never fails to give me everything. And when I mean everything, I'm talking everything. He doesn't hold anything back. The level of vocal, the breath control he has, because to do those dynamics with the vibrato and the long phrases, I mean, that takes a lot of air, and he just colors it so beautifully. I think, honestly, when I was judging this, I forgot I was judging and I started crying instead. I had to literally wipe the tears off of my face. And then I had to like compose myself again and then go to judge, because you took me to a different spot. I felt like I was watching the scene and I was feeling the scene. But at the same time, it wasn't just the scene. This could be a standalone song. And you presented it in a way that I could totally see this being done in concert, and I could see this being done anywhere else. And it's just absolutely breathtaking what you did. Your outfit, the black and white, not saying everybody should be doing black and white starting from now on, okay? Just there are times when it's appropriate. But how you were dressed, how you were poised, every motion was deliberate. Bravo. That's all I gotta say.
All right, Team Smooth.
Can I say the black and white thing? If someone comes back and does Michael Jackson black and white, 100% acceptable. Just saying.
Well, I can say that was beautiful. I was listening to it as I was traveling and coming back home, and it was just like Miriam said, it was beautiful, and it was. I could see him singing that on a concert stage with a big orchestra behind him, and he did a great job. I just think that, everybody, that's what it's about, getting different genres and changing up what you're supposed to be doing. Because remember, he sung gospel the other day. So, that's what it's about, stepping out of that box and trying different things. No matter if you're looking at your coach crazy sometimes, they're like, oh, try this, step out of your box. That's what it's about, stepping out of your box and showing us what you can do. And that's also going to give you more options and more songs where, hey, you might sing a gospel song here and then you get to Worlds and you hit them with that. The judges will be like, I didn't know they can do that. You know what I mean? That's what it's about, stepping out of the box. Because I didn't know that he could sing legit style. And like, that was legit as classical, you guys. So I didn't know that I could so see him in a show with me being the legit singer.
Nice.
I had legit as classical. Okay. We'll fight later.
boy band singing, by the way, there's so much you have to do in that. Like, I'm always like, Tommy can really sing. Like, he can sing. So, Tommy, you to me are a legit singer. If you're feeling hurt right now, I want to just tell you that I feel, and I gotta tell you, Ian watched one of my videos yesterday, and he was like, I didn't know you could sing. So thanks. Yeah, so I got that. Yeah, I got I'm a legit singer from Ian, and I was like, oh, thanks. So,
let me explain that legit really quick. So, like, say when I worked for Holland America, we had 8 singers in our cast. I was considered the pop gospel singer. Then we had a couple that they were considered the legit singers, and they are the ones that do all the opera and all of that stuff. That's what I mean by that. So they classify that as opera. The opera singers are what they call the legit singers.
They just have bad words, is what you're saying.
all right, we're moving on. Here we go to Washington from Team Vocalgasm. We have James Bueller doing a classic, some Dream On by Aerosmith.
Every time I look in the mirror, all these lines on my face getting clearer. The past is gone, it went by, lying dusty dawn. Isn't that the way? Everybody's got their dues in life to pay. Yeah, I know nobody knows where it comes and where it goes. I know to everybody's sin, you got to lose to know how to win. Half my life's in books, written pages. Live and learn from fools and from sages. You know it's true. All the things come back to you. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the life, sing for the year. Sing it with me, just one day, maybe tomorrow, that your Lord take you away. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on, the dreams come true. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on, till your dreams come true. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on.
Oh yes, James Bueller doing some Dream On. That is a rough song when it's fire time. Woo! And dude, you did a really, really good job of that. Kudos to you. I mean, I don't attempt that song. I've never sang it, and I'm like, nope. So yeah, I'm gonna start with your coach, Miriam.
Working with James is an absolute dream because he is like a sponge. He's like a ShamWow. He wants to soak up all the information, all of it. And he works really, really hard. And when we were working on this song, I thought that this would be a really good challenge for him because I wanted to hear that falsetto. I wanted to hear that strong rocker, reinforced falsetto coming out because he can do it like this. Again, with the air quality in Washington, it is wreaking havoc on all the Washington people. So I was really scared for every single one of them. And I do know that it affected James so much so that he was only able to get one good take out of it before he lost his voice completely. So, you know, I still think he did a phenomenal job with creating that scene. And his tone is absolutely amazing. And I'm just really proud of what he did. He didn't let it stop him. He's like, I'm going to do this as best as I can. I'm going to give it my all. And that's all you can hope for, is to give it your all. And I want him to actually record this song on a better day, because y'all need to hear him sing this dang song because we got it down. He has it down. So I want you guys to hear that. So James, I want you to re-record that, and so we can see it, you know, once you're feeling a lot better.
All right. Before we bring up the next judge, I just want to play this really quick.
Hi, it's Vince with Sham Wow. You'll be saying wow every time you use this towel. It's like a chamois, it's like a towel, it's like a sponge. A regular towel doesn't work wet. This works wet or dry. This is for the house, the car, the boat, the RV. Sham Wow holds 20 times its weight in liquid. Look at this. It just does the work. Why do you want to work twice as hard? Doesn't trip. Doesn't make a mess. You wring it out. You wash it in the washing machine. Made in Germany. You know the Germans always make good stuff. You can cut it in half. Use one as a bath mat. Drain your dishes with the other one. Use one as a towel. Unlimited coverage. And if you use it as a towel, look at that. Completely dry. Put a wet sweater, roll it up. It dries your sweaters. Here's some cola. Wine, coffee, cola, pet stains. Not only is the damage going to be on top, there's your mildew. That is going to smell. See that? The most of we're going to do this in real time. Look at it.
All right.
Okay, enough commercials. Enough commercials. Thank God he wasn't a slap chop.
Yes, but James is a ShamWow. He really does take everything I say, and he really, really works hard.
And he absorbs it, and he can wipe it up, and he can step on it while coming out of the shower.
We can't do this all day, but if you call right now, you can get 2 for the price of 1.
You see, you got James Bueller on the carpet. So what do? You take the ShamWow, you put it on top of him, you shake it up a little bit, and you absorb them.
Boom! Instant hit.
Tommy Mack, I'm going to go to you for this. Tommy, what you got to say other than the ShamWow?
I was really excited to see him get saved and come into the competition. And I was extra excited when I saw he was doing this song. I feel bad that he had the smoke going on there, because I really, like you said, I want to hear him sing this the way that I know that he can sing this. So I don't know how the scoring is going to go for the other judges. I was cognizant of the fact that there are fires and a lot of smoke, because in California we got that going too. So I know how it feels. I'm just hoping that doesn't come into too much play for him, given that situation. And that goes for all the singers that dealt with that. We understand that. So, hey, good luck. But yes, I would love, whatever happens, I do want to hear the version of him doing this without the unsmoky version is what I want to hear. The ShamWow version is what I want to hear.
Yeah, I want to get it through a week where we aren't affected by fire or COVID or like any, like, yeah. So there, yeah. So it's affecting everyone. So everyone's been affected, and it's like, but hey guys, I'm so excited that you guys are still doing it and still putting in your 110%. So kudos. We're going to bring up our next singer from Arkansas, Valerice Bell. And Miss Valerice is doing some I'm Just Changing by Dreamgirls.
Look at me. Look at me.
I am changing, trying every way I can. I am changing. I'll be better than I am. I'm trying to find a way to understand, but I need you. I need you. I need a hand. I am changing. Sing everything so clear. I'm changing. I'm gonna start right now, right here. I'm hoping to work it out, and I know that I can. But I need you. I need a changing. I'll get my life together now. I'll change. Yes, I know how. I'm gonna start again. I'm gonna leave my past behind. I'll change my life. I'll make a vow and nothing's gonna stop me
Yeah, Valerice. All right, let's start off with your coach, Chris Wilson from Team
For
USA.
those of you that don't know, that is a very, 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 very difficult song to sing. And when I brought it to Valerice, I was like, you need a good power ballad. And she sang it very, very well, and it's just one of those kind of songs. A lot of people don't get it because they don't understand the song. It's from Dreamgirls. And I loved it. I loved it. You know what I mean? That song is so difficult to sing, you guys. Like, y'all have no idea. So if you ever get a chance to try to sing that one, I believe I Am Changing is harder than I'm Telling You, because you have to be able to, it's just the sustain, the now, and it's a little bit higher than I'm Telling You too. So she did a fabulous job on that. She had to learn it, and I think she did a great job on that.
All right. Let's bring up Tommy Mack.
Okay. Yeah. I think she has a powerful voice, an amazing voice. The only things for me were technicalities here. The video wasn't horizontal, like every single week we let people know, make them horizontal. And then also when she's belting, it's really coming through hot. Like, give us a little backup, give us a little, grab the mic, move it back, something. But she can sing her butt off, bottom line. And the fact that I have to say, please, take the, like, she's belting, she can do it. She's one of, I don't want to give an exact number, but she's definitely up there as far as what I think, like, skill, like super skilled as far as range and control. It's just technical things for her, if I'm being honest.
All right.
But I liked it. I mean, she sang that song. She sang
She sure did. All right. Our next singer is coming from Washington, but was paying a visit, I heard, this week to Arkansas. Kennedy Miller. And Kennedy is doing some Requiem from Dear Evan Hansen.
Why should I play this game of pretend? Remembering through a secondhand sorrow, such a great son and wonderful friend. Oh, don't your tears just pour. I could curl up and hide my room. There in my bed, still sobbing tomorrow. I could give in to all of the gloom. Tell me what for? Why should I have a heavy heart? Why should I say I'll keep you with me? Why should I go and fall apart for you? Why should I play the grieving girl and lie, saying that I miss you and that my world has gone dark without your light? I will sing no requiem tonight, 'cause when the villains fall, the kingdoms never weep. No one lights a candle to remember. No one mourns it all when they lay them down to sleep. So don't tell me that I didn't have it right. Don't tell me that it wasn't black and white. After all you put me through, don't say it wasn't true, that you were not the monster that I knew. 'Cause I cannot play the grieving girl and lie, saying that I miss you and that my world has gone dark. I will sing no requiem. I will sing no requiem.
Woo! So good. Oh my goodness. And while traveling. Great job. I'm gonna start off with your coach from Team Vocalgasm, Miriam Kim.
Okay, so Kennedy traveled from Washington, from the smoke, all the way to Arkansas in a plane. Okay. And then she was in a hotel room with all the AC. So for those of you who've ever been in competition in Vegas, you guys know that hotel ACs really do a number on your vocal cords, and all that travel and the lack of sleep and everything. Look, as singers, we have to be so mindful of all the elements and what it's doing to our vocal cords. And our vocal health is like number one, especially in competition. Okay. So with that being said, I am super duper proud of what she was able to, put forth. See, hers was simple, right? I mean, she didn't have all the backdrops and everything else. It was a simple video in front of the curtains in the hotel room. That's all she had. And yet she was still able to, just with her facial expressions, just with her lines, just presenting herself as simply herself, was able to capture the audience. And that's what I'm looking for, is the star quality comes from within you, being able to present it to the camera just as yourself. You don't need all the bells and whistles to make your video look all pretty look, it's all nice and dandy, but at the end of the day, can you as yourself present a song to me and show me sincerity in that performance. And that is what Kennedy did for me in this performance. So I'm super duper proud of what she actually was able to accomplish. I know there were some, and I know y'all are going to talk about, there were some vocal issues. Chris, I know it. You heard it. I know. But for what she had to go through and to be able to still present something that was that level, I have to say that was phenomenal.
Definitely. Let's go to Chris from Team Smooth.
So yeah, as you said, there was a couple little funny notes in there. Yes, you know, girl. But I would like for her, like, I know that you want it all simple and stuff like that, but every now and then, can I get an arm or something? It looks like an audition video. So like an audition, like if I was casting people, and I am casting right now, ladies and gentlemen. I am looking for boy singers and girl singers for a show. But as far as her voice, she has a phenomenal tone though, Miriam. Her tone is nice. Now some of her notes, she gives me a little when she needs to just open up a little bit more on some of that stuff. But as far as vocal quality and tone and intonation, she has I really like her voice. Like, I would love for her to sing Wicked, Defying Gravity. Like, I would love for her to do that. It's me. I would love to hear her do that. But Miriam, you did a good job with her. Yes, it was a great performance. I have to give you credit on that, Miriam. You did a great job with her.
Woohoo. Thanks.
And can I quickly just say her face, the way she expresses all the lyrics, everyone else in the competition, take note of how she does that. Take a screenshot of her face, do some sort of weird reverse Google. How do I follow this clue, and follow her lead, because she has that down pat. Absolutely.
Thanks, Tommy. I wish 100%. I was quicker. I would have put Google backwards and brought that up on the banner, but the reverse Google. All right. Our next singer is from Arkansas. By the way, we only have 3 singers left, and then we're going to reveal the scores and who is staying and who's going home. Our next singer is from Arkansas, Ishma Clark, and Ishma is from Team Michael and doing some I'll Be from Edwin McCain.
The strength in your eyes, the colors that were wonderful beside me, steal my breath. And arrows from mountains, the thrust from the sky, never revealing their death. And tell me that we belong together, dressed up with the trappings of our love. I'll be captivated. I ain't from your lips instead of the gallows. Heartache that hangs from above. And I'll be your crying shoulder. I'll be love suicide. And I'll be better when I'm older. I'll be the greatest fan of your life. And I'll be your crying shoulder. I'll be love suicide. And I'll be better when I'm older. I'll be the greatest fan in your life. I dropped down, I burned up, I'm on my way back from the dead. I turned in, I turned on, remember the thing that you And I'll be your crying shoulder. I'll be the suicide. And I'll be.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Ishma. All right. I'm going to bring. Oh, wait. Your coach is not here. So, I'm going to start off with Ian. Ian, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I think credit to Ishma for doing a less obvious song choice. I really appreciated that. I think sometimes we get a little tired of hearing the same songs. We hear a lot of repeats over the life of the competition. So thank you for that, Ishma. It can involve taking doing that, and it really paid off for you this week. Great look. I loved you've always looked smart. You've always, presented well, and but you really elevated that. I love the backdrop as well. It was a little dark though. I would have liked more light in there. I thought your vocals were significantly improved, more consistent. The song doesn't really give quite enough opportunities to show what you can do vocally. But still, I was really happy with the improvement heard and the way that you're progressing. I have a feeling that we have yet to see the kind of performance that you're capable of. I hope that you continue to progress, because I have a feeling that there's a lot more to come from you, and that it's going to be very, very good when we get there.
Thanks, Ian. All right. I'm going to have Miriam.
I have to agree with Ian as far as video is concerned. It was very dark. I want to see your handsome face. So put the light on your face. Okay?
If there's a Harbor Freight out there, by the way, Harbor Freight has these little LED spotlights right now for $6.99, and they're battery powered. Yeah.
Yeah, get light.
Brought to you by Harbor Freight.
Yes.
Earlier it was ShamWow. So
Don't tempt me.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I want you to be very mindful about the timing on this song. You were rushing some of those phrases, especially in the verses. And then you locked back on with I'll be right. But I need you to be, when you're building it, don't rush it. Okay. You don't have a live band behind you who's going to follow you. You have to follow the track. That's the one part about karaoke we all have to be mindful of. The track is not going to adjust to you. You have to adjust tempo wise. You have to adjust with the track. So just know that the strands in your eyes, the color them wonderful. Everything is on a downbeat. Okay. So just make sure that you have that timing down. Love the tone. I liked how, you kind of did more creative things with it that fit your style to it. I would have liked to hear you do that sustain note at the bridge though. That I was missing that. And it's kind of like Creep in the sense that because the song is so here, it's that one part, that bridge. Usually when the song is here, the bridge is where it really starts to kick it up, and because that sustain note wasn't there, it almost kind of fell back a little bit for me personally, and that's just my own personal take to it. All the things that you said, and I'll be all in one breath. I would have liked that. But again, that's only personal for me because I like singing that song, and that's generally what I end up doing. So just to kind of drive it forward more so that when you bring it back into that chorus, it just gives it that extra punch, So, but other than that, you dress so nice and your background so nice. I just would have liked to see your face.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Yes.
Ooh, real quick on make sure you say wonderful and not wonderful. He said strands in your eyes, colored than wonder. Yeah, just wonderful. But you did a great job, bro.
Chris, be nice.
Chris
He just wanted to get. He just wanted to add an extra, just an extra little, little syllable. That's all.
And Jeremy Chappa says, "Sing it again." Oh boy. And by the way, Kalina just threw this out there. She just got a ring light and that does a really nice lighting. I know I use a ring light. I know Miriam uses a ring light. And we were just at Fry's. Katie and I were at Fry's. And the Fry's does not have much stuff anymore. I don't know if there's a Fry's out where you're at, but they do have ring lights that connect right to your phone for $8 right now. And it's a little snap-on one. Yeah, right? Right? I'm always looking at the deals. Always looking at the deals. All right. Two singers left, 2 songs left. Next, we have Diane Spicer from Team Bebop. And Diane is doing some Show Me. She had movie soundtracks and TV themes this week. And this is what she came up with.
Words, I'm so sick of words. I get words all day through, first from him, now from you. Is that all you blighters can do? Don't talk of stars burning above. If you're in love, show me. Tell me no dreams filled with desire. If you're on fire, show me. Here we are together in the middle of the night. Don't talk of spring, just hold me tight. Anyone who's ever been in love will tell you that this is no time for a chat. Haven't your lips longed for my touch? Don't say how much. Show me, show me. Don't talk of love lasting through time. Make me know undying vow. Show me now. Sing me no song, read me no rhyme. Don't waste my time, show me. Don't talk of June, don't talk of fall. Don't talk at all, show me. Never do I ever want to hear another word. There isn't one I haven't heard. Here we are together when we're all to be a dream. Say one more word and I'll scream. Haven't your arms hungered for mine? Please don't explain. Show me, show me. Don't wait until wrinkles and lines pop out all over my brow. Show me now.
All right. I gotta say, there's that's one of 2 videos for this week that didn't need to be edited because they did 2.5 minute songs. So if you guys want to get through a whole song, by the way, choose a 2.5 minute version or a 2.5 minute song. But next week, because we are going down to 16, we're going to actually extend it to 3 minutes next week for those singers. So 3 minutes will be next week. All right, let's start off with your coach, Tommy Mack from Team Bebop.
Well, Diane, she surprised me a little with this, and I know when we talked, I told her to be conscious of the timing, and especially I'm a drummer, and so anytime you get the right, you're getting that rapid fire. I want to hear more of that staccato. Like I want to feel the rhythm of it. And I didn't judge this week, but I suspect if she does have scores that are lower, I have a feeling that will probably be a part of that it wasn't as staccato as it should have been. But she, I love working with her. She's always great at listening. Usually the notes are taken and are super solid. I don't think she quite nailed those bits, but one thing that she absolutely has taken, just leaps and bounds of progress in is communicating with the audience. And I could really see that this week. So great job on doing that. I appreciate that. And it really does bring the performance up to another level. So good job there, Diane.
Thank you, Tommy. All right. We're going to bring up Chris.
Oh, just like he said, I'm a drummer too. But anyway, so yeah, I actually play everything but the guitar. So, but anyway, so just like he said at the beginning part was a little weird for me when she came in. I don't know if it was. So check those notes, Diane. And also that middle part, the syncopated rhythm part on that. And I thought the song was all right, but I would have loved if she would have sung like I Feel Pretty. That would have been awesome. She would have sung that because I hear that comparison in those two songs. So
that would have been 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
But as far as like her vocal, I felt like she was a little bit more reserved than normal with me on that. Normal, she's like, you know what I mean? Because I think she was thinking.
Also had smoke.
Oh, that's right too.
Yep.
But I'm saying as far as in her face too, I could tell that she wasn't really comfortable. But that's just what I got out of it. Like I felt like she wasn't really like leaning back and just giving it to us. You know what I mean? But it wasn't bad or anything. Like it was pretty good. So yep, I played flute and piccolo, all state flute and piccolo, paved my way through school. All right, so I just want to say good job. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, good job. It was good. Just watch those syncopated rhythms at the beginning.
Yeah, that's a really, really tough song. I just want to throw this out for those of you who are playing at home and heard that Tommy said, hey, I didn't judge this week. The coaches don't judge their own singers. That's why we bring in guest judges. That's why we have Ian. So
sorry, I should have been more clear. I didn't judge my own team.
The last week, though, we're going to bring back the 10 judges from previously to help judge, so we can get, and the judges will be judging their own people. For that last week, it's going to be Olympic style. So we're going to be tossing out the top and the bottom score, and then taking everything in the middle, just in case there's any bias. And there's no bias ever. So that's great. Let's go to our last singer of the day, and it is Tamika Devant. And Tamika is doing, what is she doing? Oh my gosh. It doesn't, there it is. If I Could by Regina Belle. Don't laugh at me.
If I could, I'd protect you from the sadness in your eyes, give you courage in a world of compromise. Yes, I would, if I could. I would teach you all the things I've never learned, and I'd help you cross the bridges that I burned. Yes, I would, if I could. I would try to shield your innocence from time, but the part of life I gave you is in mine. I'd watch you grow so I can help you go. If I could, I would try to shield your innocence from time, but the part of life I gave you is in mine. I'd watch you grow so I can let you go. If I never cry your tears, but I would if I could. Oh, if I could.
Oh yes, I need to start off and just say I love her outfit with the backdrop and everything. Like as soon as it came out, I was like, ooh, and then the minute she's hit that first note, I was like, oh, you got me. You got me. All right, let's go and start with your coach.
I love that song so much. That is such a great song that nobody ever thinks about and uses. So I just when I was talking to her when she was trying to pick her song, I was like, let's do something totally different. Let's change it up, and she it's so good. I just really like that song so much. She did a fabulous job. Her background looked great. Her outfit looked great. It all matched, and I felt like she really told the story of if she could, she could be talking about her kid, it could be talking about her lover or anything, and I just thought that her transitions were really good on that. That key change is really hard to sing, by the way, on that song because it does a full step and you have to slide up to it. And she did a great job doing that key change on that. So great job, Tamika.
All right. Thanks, Chris. All right. Let's have Ian.
Tamika's voice is refreshing. It's rejuvenating. It's quite simply a gift and a joy, and it fills me with all kinds of feelings of light and goodness, and it is marvelous. And I love how Tamika switched up her look and yet still remained Tamika. And I love how she's playing with her outfits in that way. Fantastic. The song was great. The vocal was remarkable. It always is. Tamika is so consistently wonderful. There was an element to me, although it was a bit of a change, of it being not enough of a change, though. It kind of felt like I've heard something similar from her before, not too similar, but it's just starting to sound a little too familiar. That's not a bad thing with a brilliant, beautiful voice, except the challenge in this competition is we are seeing some of the other singers getting stronger and doing more every week and coming with something new. And, to be a champion, you've got to be pushing yourself upwards all the time. And this felt a little bit too much like treading water. I'd love to hear some Randy Crawford or something like that from Tamika. She's fantastic. I love what she's doing, and I have high expectations for what she's got, both in the competition and afterwards.
Thank you, Ian. All right, let's because we're at our final singer, we're going to let all the coaches in on this one. I'm going to bring up Tommy Mack.
Yeah, I said before, I think I have her album somewhere already. Like it sounds like a record. You close your eyes, you don't feel like you're listening to a competition. You feel like you're listening to a finished record. Her voice is that solid, that good. And Ian, said he got all the feelings inside. Ian, what that's called is that's a vocal gasm, is what you got. So just so you know, so Tamika, you gave Ian a vocal gasm. So hey, that bodes well for you. Good job.
All right, let's move on to Team Vocal Gasm. Miriam Kim.
Oh man. Okay. We're all gushing. I know. We're all gushing because Tamika she took me to a place of happiness, and she was looking at the camera and talking to me. I was like, yes, girl, talk to me. Yes, if you could, you would, right? You could, you would. Yes, I feel the sincerity in every word being told to her audience, and bearing her heart on screen, which again is very difficult. Don't think that I'm asking you to do something that, oh, she just thinks it's so easy. No, I know it's hard. Okay, trust me. I was I was talking to Ian about it. I was like, it seems a little, exhibitionist, but at the same time, she just has a natural way of connecting with her audience and telling a story, which I absolutely love. There were a couple, areas that needed a little bit more finesse. And of course, one of my biggest pet peeves, which is me being able to see you breathe every time your shoulders come up. That could be a little bit distracting. Again, if you're that good where I'm nitpicking the fact that I can see your shoulders being coming up and down, I'm thinking,
it's the shirt though. It's the shirt. Look at the shirt. I mean, that's the blouse she's wearing.
It's not.
It's going to definitely show her shoulders a
I
little
think
more.
she looked fantastic in the video. It was shot very, very well. Great lighting and everything. Production wise, I have no qualms about it. But I do have issues with shoulders lifting up and down every time you breathe, because that tells me you're not breathing that low, deep breath, which I think would actually help to push your phrases even further and give it that girth that it needs sometimes. And I really feel like, just learning how to breathe properly with that low, deep breath will change that entirely for you, and it will help you phrase things even more, and sustain notes even longer, and have that more of a drive. But honestly, again, I'm nitpicking. I have to nitpick when you're that good, because I don't give 10s, okay? And I'm going to just be straightforward with it. I do not give 10s out, because I always feel like there's room for improvement somewhere, okay? So if you get anything like a 9.5 from me, that is a 10 from me. From other judges, yeah, that's a 10 from them. 9.5 is about the highest I will go. So Tamika, your video, you had me blown away. I was super impressed. And like Tommy said, it sounded like a recording. You belong in a studio, like recording. So fantastic job.
Miriam's like that Spanish teacher I had in high school that wouldn't give 100% because no one's perfect. I'm like, no, but if I get 10 out of 10 questions right, that's 100%. So I didn't like her reasoning, but your reasoning's way better.
All right. So we tabulated all the scores. Katie just came in, but one of the performers was like, hey, I didn't get my full 2.5 minutes and I really need to finish my performance. So we're going to bring back ShamWow Guy.
Do this in real time. Look at this. Put on the spill, turn it over without even putting any pressure. 50% of the cola right there. You follow me, camera guy? The other 50%, the color starts to come up. No other towel is going to do that. It acts like a vacuum. And look at this, virtually dry on the bottom. See what I'm telling you? ShamWow, you'll be saying wow every time.
I can't live without
virtually
it. Oh my gosh, I don't even buy paper towels anymore.
If you're gonna wash your cars or any kind of vehicle, you out of your mind not to own
For
one.
me, Vince is gonna have to go this week.
Wow.
I'm cutting Vince.
You're throwing your money away. The mini ShamWows for every day.
Okay, Vince. All right.
Week. I don't know. It sells
let's just speed it up.
sells for $19.95. You get one for the house, one for the car, two for the kitchen and bathroom. But if you call now, within the next 20 minutes, we can't do this all day, we'll give you a second set absolutely free. So that's 8 ShamWows for $19.95.
8 ShamWows. Whoa. All right. There you go. Guys, order now. Call now.
But why?
Made in Germany. Beware of imitators. Beware.
You're out of there, Vince. Get out of there.
Imitators. Oh, look at Ian's face. Ian's like, oh,
I am so confused right now. I think you put the wrong
He's
show.
so confused.
And earlier someone was like, did we get sponsors or something? No, but if you know of some, please hit us up. So here we go. Coaches, are you ready to see the results? First,
No, I'm not ready. Oh.
Okay, well, forget it. Bye, guys. Thank you for. There's no results. No, we know that Vince is going home, right? All right. Here is the overall scores. It's only going to be on the screen. I'm going to count to 10. We're going to have it for 10 seconds on the screen. All right. Here we go. All right. That was 10 seconds. 10 seconds right there. All right. So we are going to start off with Team Smooth. Team Smooth, this is where your team ranked. Staying with us this week is Tamika Devant with 142.15, Chris Hoffman with 115, Monique McNeely with 110.75, Mindy Lancaster with 105.18, and Valerie Bell with 105.5 is going home. We are very, and the shocked look, by the way, if you guys want to look, I mean, Ian's face right now is like, what is going on? But yeah, 0.03 was the difference in that. But I'm also going to bring up that these are what they got for what Tamika and Chris and Monique got and Mindy got for their genres this week. Tamika for next week is going to be doing the 1990s. Monique is going to be doing some jazz and blues. Chris Hoffman has I can't read my own writing. Mindy Lancaster is the 1930s, and he has rock and roll and Hall of Fame, right? Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Is that what it was? I can't read my own. Legends. Yeah. So Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Music Legends. Valerie's were very upset that you were going home, and I believe everyone's like looking in shock right now. So we love you. Keep on singing, and you know we're always in your corner. Our next team that we are bringing up is Team Bebop with 128.9. We have Corrine Beckman. We have Garvando with 127. Taylon Lewis with 119.9. Diane Spicer with 102.2. And then going home is Mark Deal. So this is what they are singing this week. Corrine has jazz and blues. Garvando has the Grammys. Taylon Lewis has country. And Diane Spicer has the 1990s. And again, Mark, we are very sad to see you go. Please keep singing. Please keep rooting on your team. Great performances. All right. Yep. Next, we are going to do Michaels from Team Soul. Jeremy Chappa, you got 138.5, followed by Ishma Clark with 126.75, Grant Cullum with 124, David Harrison with 111.05, but going home is Holly Smelson with 107.56. Now, Jeremy Chappa next week has movie and TV themes. Ishma Clark has R&B and hip hop. Grant Cullum has jazz and blues for his genre. And last but not least, David Harrison has the Grammys. All right. We are down to our last team, Team Vocalgasm. Renee, you came with 122.75, followed by Miranda Longacre with 116, followed by Kennedy Miller with 113.45. Then Luis Orozco with 110, but going home is James Bueller with 99.6. And I think that everyone will agree that we are all big fans of yours. That's a ShamWow. ShamWow. Katie's calling it a ShamWow right now. Oh, Katie. All right. Renee is doing for this coming week R&B and hip hop. Miranda Longacre's genre is the 1960s. Kennedy Miller's is the 1980s. And Luis's is the 1970s. Decade week for Teen Vocalgasm, it looks like. So big round of applause for all the singers. I did not pull my applause track up. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you all, the coaches, the singers, everyone for putting all your hard work into this. Thank you, Ian, for coming in this week for last minute. And we'll see you in week 4 for the 10 the 10 coaches. Michael at home, hi, we missed you today. And I know that your team still did great and represented amazingly. And I know that they're all really proud of you. And thank you for your hard work as well. And so, coaches, you got some work to do again. You have Wednesday check-in videos for all the singers. The Wednesday check-in videos. Please get those in to your singers. They've already chosen their songs. We're not going to tell you guys what their songs is. That we want that to be a surprise. And next week, we will not be doing Facebook Live. No more. There's the new Facebook put out new rules. And even if we do it, if it comes within those 2-week span of that time, they can actually take your whole Facebook page down and start erasing all the videos. So we want to just save it and make sure that that doesn't happen. However, we will be sharing a link from YouTube and also our Twitch.tv page. We are on Twitch, guys. You can watch the competition there. That's where gamers go and do their competitions. So watch us at Twitch, twitch.tv/KWCUSA, or go to YouTube at KWC USA channel. Please subscribe to either one of those. You can also catch it on the KWCUSA.com website, and then actually go to videos, and where it says KWC USA channel, that streams all the videos that we have from our YouTube page, so you can watch it there as well. So thank you guys so much. Coaches, good luck this week. And to all of you, you guys did a great job. There were many hurdles this week, from sickness to fires and traveling, and there's so much. And I just want to, seriously, I wish I could hug you all right now. And I'm bummed because I don't want to see anyone ever go home, but that is part of, unfortunately, the competition. We will see you all next week. And you guys, I love you all. Bye, guys.